out there, and to these critics and looking right at you, God bless you. Take that,
Not a,
take that me that you say that I put myself that on, turn that bitch upside down like this, and it's we. It's not me. It's not me. It's we.
we can't continue to let the divisions and the separatism divide us from our purpose.
No,
Period.
and it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous because it's
Let's
exactly what it's exactly what not only the Zionists but the dictators and leaders of the
what?
world want
Great.
done is
Back on YouTube.
they want us to go ahead. They want us to go ahead and inner bite each other's neck, and I'm not doing it. I want no part of it. Nope,
What it is.
doesn't come my way. Okay, so let's go on.
We back
Internet.
on YouTube.
Yeah, we should be.
All right. Hello, YouTube. Cool.
So, uh, this portion will be very short, maybe probably about 20-25 minutes. Me and David have agreed during the little break that we will do more of the. I want to make sure that I do a little bit of the International Youth Project stuff that is going on because we weren't on YouTube. I will repeat it. Um, as far as International Youth Project right now, alhamdulillah, I can formally announce that we are getting the support that we need. It's growing, and our youth are going to be very, very happy here very, very soon. What is International Youth Project? International Youth Project for Gaza. International Youth Project is a project that will bring the youth eventually together. We're basing this within the Palestinian children as a ground base in Gaza. Why Gaza? This is not to lower any of our Palestinian youth. What it is to do is to strengthen them and let the world know how they are. But as far as what is happening in Gaza, our Palestinian children that are there are in the largest, only largest, and not only largest prison in the world. And so, to me, as an activist, makes them the strongest youth in the world. They deserve this. They deserve to have a base of something. What will International Youth Project do? International Youth Project will build programs with the youth. This is their program. They are the founders of this program. At some point in time after a foundation comes, then youth from different countries will come in for cultural exchanges, social ideas amongst each other, so that they can get to know each other before they when they become older and they are our future. Things are the same thing. This is tried to prevent this. Right now in Gaza and the West Bank, there are social needs for the children. Um, they're being traumatized every day. We have issues of PTSD. We have issues of um, the same as any other youth in any other country. They have the same things there. Anything from educational problems. Last year, the Gaza schools, their education was kind of disrupted. Why? Well, when you have a bunch of communities that are in rubble and they have no homes, only schools are used, some schools are used as shelters, which takes the place of children being able to go and have a normal class and school day. So, with that being said, our children's education in Gaza means a lot to them. In the West Bank, it means a lot to them. It's their way as growing to get out of Gaza if they wish to do so. And some do not wish to do so. Some of them wish to stay. They just want to go and get an education and come back home. So there will be programs, inshallah, for these kind of things. Talents, because of the musical things that go on, we will do musical things. I spoke with Professor Mustafa, and I will say this again. I had said this in the Denny Cormier. Hi, Denny. Um, Denny Cormier interview is that I spoke with Professor Mustafa from oh, he is gonna ream me for this. I'm gonna say one of the universities and just be honest, in Gaza that he's a professor at, stated to me that the children have food. The children, for the most part, there are some places that organizations that are getting the money through to get clothes. His concern was the children's ability to have entertainment. They have nothing to do. Their football fields are none. Their basketball courts are none. You have children who have no homes and are living in rubble. So what do? They bounce what they feel they can use as a soccer ball that's flat. Some people may not think that providing these children with that entertainment is so important. I'm going to look right dead in this camera, and I'm going to address the international community to tell you that it's very important. There's 51% of the youth there
Music.
that have PTSD severely, nightmares severely. And I won't even call it PTSD. This activist calls it constant traumatic syndrome. It's not post, it's constant. Today there was 2 flares. It happened in the early evening in Gaza. I have been within families of youth, the whole family, and seen the reactions to maybe even a couple of small explosions that were just, maybe a big firecracker or something that wasn't hard. But this is very traumatic. Tonight was light. They did some light flashes. That's what they did. They were trying to see on the ground. What they were trying to see, Israel, I have no idea. What do you need in Israel? Is that your way? And I will address this to the Israeli government. You keep their electricity from them. You have bombed their power plant to where they have no power. But is that your nice way? Are you trying to be really nice by throwing your flares and scaring children in the middle of the night to think maybe they are getting ready to be bombed again? Thank you. Thank you.
No, Luna, this is what they're dealing with every day. I mean, it's not even a living situation that we can kind of relate to. Everything that I'm seeing, I know that, you know, there's going to be a lot of people trying to sensationalize various things, and it is important, and we've talked about this. It is important to be in the face of America and in the world of apathy. We need to be in the face with some sort of a compassion towards the victims as well, as we've talked about. We've got
Yes.
to we've got to shake up the United States. We've got to make people aware, but not by, and I'm guilty of this, by throwing the images, the and I've blasted. Oh my gosh, when I started the page, I was freaking out too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my mind was just, I couldn't come to terms. I couldn't come to a grip with how we could allow, and you know bombs and bombs. And this is, we're seeing this not just where we're talking about tonight, but we're seeing it from the United States government everywhere. Let's not get lost in politics, but this whole deal with Iraq, it seems, and I'm not going to get it lost, but it seems to me this whole deal with Iraq, it's One fact is, it's the best deal we've ever had.
With
You know,
Iraq
and the
or
this
Iran?
deal we're trying to work with Iraq, the United States, and I'm not promoting it. I'm not condoning
With
it. But
Iraq
what
or
I'm saying is
Iran?
Iran. Sorry, thank you for correcting me.
Okay.
Gosh, but that we have either the option of this or going to war.
Mm.
Well, if we look at the motive of those, the imperialists, back to the imperialism of those who have instigated this whole matter, it's like any attempt at peace is shunned. Any attempt at peace is shunned. It's the mentality of America has become that intellectualism is shunned.
Well, let me tell you why it's shunned. My personal, my personal view. And,
Yeah,
and and you're talking about shunned by the Zionists, right?
I'm talking about shunned by cultural media. What we're put to sleep.
Right.
I'm talking about that.
Well, the thing
What?
is that what I would say again, and you know, when I get passionate about something, I always seem to look like I'm ranting, and I'm not ranting. You know, I'm trying to be very smooth. I have to do this because at one time this activist was the, hey, I mean right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to calm that kind of me down a little bit. But the thing
Not
is,
time. Um,
right? Well, it's, hey, sometimes you have to. Really, sometimes you have to. Seriously.
I know. There's
But
times
the thing
exhausting.
is that um, my view on this is that the Zionists have armed themselves to the T with nuclear weapons, blah, 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 blah. As far as the Israeli government goes,
Yeah.
they sit
But
there and they say
what happened?
violence, and there's a difference between protecting yourself.
So, and you know what, Luna? You're getting to the heart of the matter.
Hmm.
Let me try to express where I'm coming from.
Hmm.
Why I can actually feel that I do have a voice to be heard when other than just being somebody who has absolutely no place in the matter. Which I have had to question. I've had to question my ego. I've had to question my purpose here. What is my drive? Is this something that I'm trying to do for me, or to make myself feel good, or to connect with voices that are like mine? And I've stayed true. I've gone through this. I know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it very, very clearly. I'm doing it to stop the killing.
Hmm.
I don't care about the revenge anymore. I don't give a goddamn about the fucking revenge anymore.
No, it's not about the revenge, and
I know it's not, and it's not. But listen, it's not about pride. It's not about ego. It's about the future. It's about, okay, I'm not asking anybody to forget. I'm really not even asking you to forgive. That's not even possible in most situations.
right.
How could I ask somebody to forgive something if let's, if for any girl out there watching, I want you to think about what if your dad had gone off to fight, with nothing but a shirt on against this people who are destroying his who are just destroy who are trying to bulldoze his house. Let's keep it real. They're gonna come out there and they actually shoot your dad. How the hell would you feel? All right, so these are the things. They're burning olive trees. What a symbol, okay, Zionism is creating by that. Um, Here's the thing, and here's what I'm trying so hard to do, the clarity of the vision that I truly, you see, when I mention John Lennon, he saw this piece. When I talk about the Martin Luther Kings, when I talk about the people of the voices of peace, I'm talking about the prophets of peace, or whatever we can call them. They died, but their voices did not die with them. And we have decided that because the 60s burned out, because they all ended up whatever, because we've decided that this is no longer possible, that we are truly powerless. We've been told. And so what we do is we fall into depression. We fall into sadness. We fall into suicidal ideals. We fall into drinking. The people that I see on my page that are activists are some of the most depressed and sad people like myself in the world. We cry through the days. You see, in some of us struggle with different things, alcoholism, and things like that. I don't drink today because I know the depression that I deal with, and so we're sensitive types. We've got to wake up the insensitive somehow. These people somehow relate to. See it, the fear, back to the root, what I call the spiritual root of this all is fear. It's a lack in a belief of your power, your own independence. I'm not asking you to believe in some God. If you believe in a God, wonderful. Bring that to this. I've seen things happening in this cause that have been unexplainable. I can't say they are from me by any means. They are definitely, something's happening here. I truly, Luna, what I'm screaming out is that we can have peace, and a lasting peace. And it starts with the root of fear, which I'm going to say it really on a planet Earth is centered around Israel and Palestine. Why? Because how do you stir the pot of terrorism? How do you keep big government watching? How do you keep justifying people just voting their own rights away? If freedom, my ass, how do you justify and get people to do that is by fear. You stir the pot of terrorism, and you use the Jewish people and you use the Palestinian people as your puppets of murder. If you want to see the future of America, look at Gaza. You see, we are already what is it, one or two in the world of over half. I hate statistics. Look into them. For people need to look in themselves. I don't want to give people statistics. Look into it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The prison incarceration rates of the United States. We had Obama go in there and try to do this, and I'm not going to get political, but he tries to smooth the situation. Oh shit, people are waking up to the situation in America, the incarceration situation. I'm going to go visit the prisons so people are pacified for a little while and we can continue it with business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening. You see, here's the thing. Obama, I'm going to get a little bit political when I say this. When he went into office, he said we need to distance ourselves from our addiction to, and I'm not quoting directly, to Israel. Our connection to Israel, our just blind support of Israel. But where was the follow through? It didn't happen. It couldn't happen. Why? That's what we need to start really exposing. The Zionism exposing. When we really start to get into why Israel is why we're looking at the heart of the matter. We, the people of the planet Earth, we got to look at the heart and we got to stand up. We got to stop following and being the cattle and the sheep we are. We got to, believe in the power. Believe in the power. If I don't care if there's 3 or 4 people on a street corner standing there with a sign saying boycott Israel or war is over if you want it, or if people are standing there with a sign saying with baby Ali. I think sensitively. We can't flash the images of the victims.
Well, we can. Yes. But the good pictures. The pictures of them when they were smiling
They were smiling when the life was in them, when the music, when the culture, when the diversity, when the love. What is
and
wrong?
they're available.
Can I picture a world where people can share culture, where we can acknowledge our differences, respect one another's differences, I know I sound, these are the visional dreams and all this, but these are the true statements that we say, oh, that's just hippie talk, or this is just whatever. No, these are real things that if we don't do them, we're facing truly destruction. We really are facing destruction. I don't see a way out. And I do see the hopelessness. I've been somebody that for a very long time has said, I think we're screwed. But if I do face my creator, whatever name I might give it, and I say I did nothing, and I say, what did you do for the, and he's asked, what did you do for the least of these or what have you? And I say, nothing? How responsible? And he's, who am I? Who are you? Who, I point to the world, Luna. I say, who are we? Who are we as a species if we allow our own planet to just fade away and all we want to do is let the politicians yell about it and we do nothing and we do nothing. Meanwhile, we're watching the radiated heat in Denver has been crazy. The weather patterns, and what do? We shut them up. We shut them up. It's Zionism has an ultimate goal. They have and I'm not going to go get my tinfoil hat on. This is the reality. They're recognizing the desperate condition of our planet, and they're recognizing the immediacy of our population, and they're basically trying to save their own ass, if you ask me. We're the machines that are feeding them to their way out. And as far as any compassion for our cause, until we take them out of power, we're screwed. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, when we really look at all what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Again, back to you control the money, you control the media, you control the masses. Keep them asleep, keep them sheep. We don't stand a chance. We got to believe.
But I believe also that this, what you're saying is true. But I also feel that if the people wake up and understand that they are more powerful than what they're being given, this can be done and nobody dies. Because if you take if you ignore the political crap that's being told to everybody back and forth, the division, the religion division,
flags, marriage
exactly,
issues,
all these things mixed together, and in some cultures, and I will even put mine right on in there, because the little Mexican people that the American government had call us Aztec Indians, yes, the loner. Land, the indigenous people.
Ask for people to allow themselves to be struck. I will say this for myself.
Yeah,
am I strong enough?
Right, and let me just ask you this, and I'm not being critical or trying to put you on the spot, but I'd like to ask you, David.
Yeah, man.
We live in the United States, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to push the fact. I'm going to even push the fact the way that I have been in the Middle East, and I have lived there. But I'm going to ask you as American to American, have you been to the Middle East?
No.
Okay.
Of course.
So, what I will ask you, how many times would you ask a Palestinian person living in the West Bank or Gaza to not defend themselves?
I can't.
You can't, exactly.
It's not a matter of that, but it's not.
No. Wait. It is a matter of that. This has been going on for how many? Yes. I mean, when you have your home, if you're sitting in your home right now, okay?
No.
If you're sitting in your home right now, if you had a whole brigade, a whole brigade of police and military, break down your door right now, come in,
lay down, no, and we can't
and start
expect
shooting people.
So
what would
how
you do?
do we stop them from? We got to stop them from coming in first, and
I'm sure every Palestinian How
That's
do we
why we
stop
got to
it?
start.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
But
so
once you do that, you have your families that are going to protect theirs. Once those
of
officers is that we, to ask for that, which being the West Bank of Palestine and and Gaza, and I am going to include most refugee areas in different countries.
crisis of refugees in Europe right now,
They
and in
get
the Middle East.
well. You take Jordan. You got the Gaza camp there. You got the Jerish camp there. You take. They cannot come out. They cannot come out and be normal people because they're not Jordanians. They get treated just the same as the Palestinians who are on the other side of the wall on Palestinian land. It goes for Libya. You have your areas for the Palestinians. They have to stay in these areas. They are not so it's like a West Bank all over again. They're not free to roam around like a
It's the
normal
same model.
Lebanese. You
It's the
know,
exact same model.
Syria, the same thing. We got
Same
Yuma
thing.
camp right now who have Palestinians there who have been suffering 4 years. 4 years of war.
So here's what I'm asking, Luna. I want to answer your question
Mm-hmm.
because I know this. All right. Every time that there has been a reaction from Palestine into Israel, the Zionist media has done one thing: exposed it, exploited it to lay
If there
down.
was no act from Gaza, no, we supporting and help.
Is Khalil? I'm gonna butcher it. Rida, but I'm gonna put a post of his. I want his own community, if he is fake, to please expose him. But he seems like somebody that I want to help. And of course, there's always you, and there's Aisha Rehab. Those are the foundations I trust.
Mm-hmm.
So Free the People of Planet Earth Facebook page. Come visit us for more.
Yep.
Love you.
As
Thank you.
love you too.
Here,
As for
top.
me and Luna International Youth, international human rights activist for International Youth Project for Gaza / International Youth Project. We do have a campaign going for the Kaman, our Gaza City Kaman event for the parkour teams. This is a art and parkour event specialized for the five parkour teams. And there are other things that we need. We are trying to get through this campaign. Yes, it does involve personal expenses for me to be able to go to Gaza, as I've been invited and paperwork is already done. We just need the funding to go and spend this time with my brothers and sisters in Gaza and do some other assessing on the ground as an international activist. You want to help with that, that would be great. We will have other things that the kids need, so we're trying to as fast as we can. Inshallah, we will get the help that we need, but we are staying patient, and that campaign will stay. There's no expiration date, and it's already been explained to the youth in Gaza that we will keep that campaign there until we reach that goal. There's no giving up onto this campaign. We will stay patient and we'll wait. And when we do get the funds, whenever that may be, inshallah, we will get things done. So we're going to go ahead and close here. Thanks everybody for listening.
Inshallah.
And during the break, I checked the numbers, Dave, and I just want to let you know, this is not me, and this is totally what the work that you're doing. Congratulations, brother Dave, on what you're doing. We've had quite a few hundred watching today, and that is quite a few hundred more that you have inspired today.
few more minds making out. Boom.
Thank you very much for that. Okay,
You're
salam
welcome.
everybody. We're
All
going
right.
off. Me and him ain't going off of Skype, but we're going off a line. Assalam and peace and love and respect to all of you. Merci.
Inshallah, peace, love, everything.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Wow.
You did great.